Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. From the deepest jungles to the outmost reaches of space and beyond the veils of death itself, the Bald and Bonkers Boys are back for another episode. It's no secret that you won't know what will happen next, but Dakota Francis and Chris Moore promise that all bets are off. Viewer discretion and straitjackets advised. These two idiots live up to the name.
Welcome.
You bloody changed my name again. I'll get you back for that. Change that back, you young man. I'll get him back, ladies and gentlemen, tonight. I will change it back tonight when he's least expecting it. Come on, change that back.
Yeah, you're probably going to change it when we go to start rolling the credits.
I know. Dots, welcome. Stephanie, welcome. Please be safe out there in the
Stephanie,
tornadoes.
we saw your messages about the tornadoes. Please do be safe. Don't worry
Rev,
about it.
Melissa, welcome. Who's all in the chat? Is there anybody?
Yeah, we got good old Dots.
Sitting there with his big muggy tea.
Yeah. He's got a nice little headshot there going now. We can actually see what the fuck he looks like.
Mm-hmm. So, I hear that you are now an uncle again. Well, you're an uncle before, but you're now another uncle. Yeah.
Yes, for those who didn't catch the messages earlier, the baby girl is finally here. She's healthy. Her and Mama are home. Mama is very overwhelmed, but thankfully, the baby is a sleeper.
Mm-hmm. As I was saying to Dakota before the start of the show, my mother said I was a sleeper for 3 days straight, and then I never shut up.
And you still don't.
I know. I keep going on. I just keep going on. I stopped crying and started talking non-stop. I mean, I never talk about it. Hello, Papa Joey!
Joey! Yes. Yeah. Yes, and much to my sister's advantage, the baby was also much smaller than we anticipated.
Well, that's all right.
Well, yeah, as long as the baby's healthy, naturally. But...
It was taking a while. I was actually getting worried because I was sitting there looking at waiting for a message for you, and I was actually thinking by the time the kid comes up, we're ready to go to kindergarten.
Well, part of the issue was, it's not uncommon for the women of my family to have to go in and get induced. It's happened a lot. And unfortunately, the process took a little bit longer because she had a doctor that wanted to try to pursue her to go all natural. And it just slowed everything down. But like I said, the baby's passed all her tests. She's home. She's healthy. Yeah. And like I said, thank God she's a sleeper.
And another thing I would like to say, that picture you posted on Facebook with you with hair when you were a little boy. Oh my goodness me.
Sure.
Is that no you that's on that's you that's on Facebook? You've changed your Facebook profile.
Oh. Yeah.
Is that you? With your hairdo?
Yeah, that was me with my grandfather.
I'll tell you something to do. I've got photos there. I'm going to show everybody what I looked like when I had hair.
No, the 5th was the anniversary when he passed away.
Oh. But I was shocked. I was shocked to see that you had hair. I was like, my God.
Yeah, I didn't start losing it until I was like 12.
Yeah, I mean, I've lost my hair quite a few times, It started falling out when I was about 18. Do you know that's when it started to fall out? Slowly started to part. I tried everything, all the lotions and sprays and stuff like that, but none.
I was right about when I turned 11, 12. That's when my hair started coming out.
See, I think I know what it is. I think it's when you've been getting beamed up and put back again on the earth, right? It's all the radiation for the reactors on those ships.
I heard someone propose a little theory about why I ended up being bald so young. Is that apparently I dealt with all these ghosties and aliens for so long that I just scared the hair off,
Hey, knowledge within. I was like, I'm telling you, the aliens that come down. I've noticed. I've noticed this, by the way. And I was away getting an X-ray for my lungs. Right? I need to get X-rays now and again. And the guy says to you, he says, you'll notice that some of your chest hair will fall out. It's the radiation. I thought it was a joke. I'm telling you, I was lying in my bed the other night there thinking about this, right? What happens if, because maybe you've been beamed up more than me at a younger age, maybe that's why your hair's all fell out. You've went head first up through the roof and ceiling and stuff like that. They're like, extra reactor. We're bringing
my hair first fell out when I was little because my mom threw me into the ceiling as a baby.
I've heard about that. I've heard of like babies that have been dropped in their head and all that. Does it do any, like, obviously does damage if it's really hard and stuff like that, but do you think
I'm not talking about being dropped on the floor. I'm talking being thrown into the ceiling.
Oh, in the name of God, you need to be shut. I mean, it was quite high a ceiling. Quite a high a ceiling, really. Man.
Well, not at my grandma's house, no.
What was she like a munchkin or something like that? It was like a hobbit house or something like that. And she
the ceiling in that part of the house was only like 7 feet high. My mom's 5'10".
There you go.
So it wouldn't have taken much.
It's a good job because it could have been one of the hooses, the American hooses with the fans.
No. But one of my brothers did try to chop off my head with a ceiling fan once when he realized I was that tall to reach it.
The joy of Dakota's childhood. You should write a comedy book, Dakota's childhood, from beginning to end. My abduction started one night, and it was windy outside.
Yeah, I don't think people want to read that.
What's that? Dakota out, a candle on you, something. Have you paid your electric bill?
Of course I have paid my electric bill. How do you think I have my computer on?
You've not got your background. You've not got your background. You're usually sitting there with like space, and you're floating.
The cat fucking tore it down, and I can't find the thumbtacks I had it up on it.
I see. Was that Alex? There's a few other people with names that I'm buying. Was that kitten needles?
Danny, Alex, and a few other people threw the same. That's it. I'm buying knitting needles.
Not needles. Not needles. I can nut. Can you nut? Dots, can you nut? I can nut too. I shouldn't really be telling folk this that I actually nut.
It's dude, it's the 2020s. Come
overcrossed, round in, overcross, round in, overcross. No, you never. I knit a jumper once. Look lovely.
I didn't want to partake in my mother's favorite activities. You know, that's mostly why I never went.
It's very relaxing. It's a very relaxing thing. You know, when I used to go to my grandmother's, before we got into the dreaming subject, when I used to go to my grandmother's, she would knit, I mean, all the time. She lived till she was like 96, right? She used to get me to make the pom-poms. Ken the pom-poms?
Yeah.
You can how to make them. It's really easy to make. You just need 2 bits of round cardboard. And you just run a bit.
Yeah, my grandma was the same way. She knit and sew all the time, but then again, she was always having to sew my grandfather's pants because he kept blowing them out.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a special show next week with All About Beer coming on again. They're going to be telling us tales. Because I want that story they told us about the aircraft was amazing. You know, the flight recording. I want to get more into that, actually. Yeah.
It was.
Yes, with the recordings and stuff like that. So, the Dream World, Dakota. Do you want to start off in this one? Take us into the unknown.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. How is it that we have not gone into this on this show?
It's a subject it affects us all. Everybody dreams. If you don't dream, there's nothing wrong with you. Yeah, I mean,
everybody has dreams, you know, but dreams, it seeps into when you're dealing with ghosts, when you're dealing with aliens. How did we not do a show just on dreams? How did we miss this as a topic?
But see, some dreams are actually real.
They can be
so
prophetic.
that's like,
Yes.
No. I'm not talking about prophetic dreams. I'm talking about going to sleep at night, and then you go away somewhere, and you can remember being aboard a spaceship, and you can remember doing things, right? And then obviously you come back again. Now that's a question for you: is that your body that's going up there, or is that just something in your soul going up there and traveling, or are they actually taking your body? Both.
It can be both. I know. That's why I have security cameras up to try to test that, see what the hell is going on. But no, it can be both.
See,
sometimes you're physically getting taken, and the sensations you go through only get registered like dreams. The mind fog makes it to where it feels like it's a dream, a very detailed dream, but a dream nonetheless.
See, that's what I find. I when I have the dreams, the very detailed dreams. Hey, Emerald Isles Paranormal. When I have the detailed dreams, I don't particularly like them because you ken something's happened, didn't you? Because it was like I was telling you about that stone dream that I had. It's like I could remember that.
Stoned?
I could remember that. I wish I was stoned. I could remember. I can remember that for 3 days solid. I could remember that after it happening until I wrote it down, until I drawed that stone, and then I forgot.
Yeah, and it goes to make you wonder, why is it that those dreams stick out like that? Then all of a sudden, the second it's written down, gone.
Because I think that's what you're meant to do. I think that dream that I had with that stone with the symbol on it, I should have wrote that down as soon as I woke up, but I didn't.
At least within an hour of when you wake up.
Yeah. And it kept repeating. I kept thinking about it and repeating. See, as soon as I wrote that down, within an hour, I forgot all about it. Never happened again.
Mm-hmm.
I have had the same dream with the same person in it, though.
We don't need to be detailing about your dreams with Jenny.
Don't tell Jenny. Jenny's in there. Jenny's having a Christmas night. I hope you're having a lovely night.
Hey,
a Christmas bash.
Hey, it's okay. You're dreaming about your girlfriend. It's fine. It happens. It's okay.
Well, look, I had a weird dream last night. I had a strange dream last night that I was talking to a talking dog. I'm serious.
Maybe you were.
See, that's what is me. You're telling me that how could I possibly talk to a talking dog? There's no such thing as a talking dog. Unless there's aliens that look like dogs.
Are you okay, first off, let's start here. What kind of doggy?
That's a good point, by the way. That's
kind
actually
of doggy was it?
It was like a wee chihuahua.
A chihuahua, okay?
Yeah.
It's like,
but it was awfully intelligent.
There are breeds of dog here on Earth that do try to talk like humans. And I'm not just talking. See, Rev's helping me. Jenny, if you're in the chat, help me here. Help me smack some sense into some intelligence into your boy toy.
No, honestly, I had a right detailed conversation with it. It felt like ours, but obviously it was dreams.
But there are species of ET that do look like dogs.
Are you talking about that film Spaceballs? And what you call them?
I have never actually seen Spaceballs.
Have you never seen Spaceballs? Good, come on, guys. Dots, have you seen Spaceballs? What's his name? What's that famous American actor? John Candy. He plays a dog in Spaceballs.
No, there is legitimately a species out there that look like dogs.
Really? What was if you throw a stick? Did she say?
No. Now, they tend to look more like Labradors, or at least the ones I've caught glimpses of, but who knows?
See, this is a dream thing that I want to ask you. Have you ever had a dream? No about aliens or stuff like that. Just a normal dream, and then you've realized, when you're doing the dream, whatever you're doing in the dream, that you're actually dreaming. You've realized that you're sleeping.
Yeah.
And then you can do anything that you want to do in that dream.
John Lucid, yeah.
Aye, because I did it one night. I was sleeping, and obviously, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm dreaming. And I thought, I bet I could fly, and I could do anything I wanted. Because it was a dream world. Emerald Isle's Christmas night out. They're all discoing away, everybody, you know.
Well, here, Dots asked a question about your doggy. You know, what
Chris,
did the dog say?
Did your dog say? It's actually
What did the dog say?
That. It was talking about
me some Taco Bell.
It was talking about the universe, and it was we had a detailed conversation about life, and we were talking about space.
Are you talking like? Yeah.
No, I felt like in the dream. I'm serious here. I felt like I was talking to a human about outer space, but it was with a dog, and the dog was sitting looking at me, and it was talking away at me.
Well, they do say that there are some individuals who chose to reincarnate as pets.
That's interesting because we were talking about rebirth. It was a weird dream because when I go, it was weird because I was walking
and Dog's Life with Dennis Quaid.
No.
Okay.
I've never watched that. But it was a weird dream. I was just walking through this valley, like hills and glens and stuff like that, and a dog came running up to me. And I sat down, and it sat, and I went, "Hello, how are you?" And that's the conversation started for there. But I didn't realise that was a dream until obviously I woke up. Which is strange because see, when you go to sleep, you would think when you started dreaming, you would realise that was a dream, but you don't until you wake up. Or if you're going through the dream and you realise that you're dreaming. And then you have one of the weird dreams where you can do what you want. Because I've had them. I've had the Akashic Records one. But that's when I've been doing my meditation.
You got to realize one common theme when it comes to a lot of these dreams that are either intercepted by some spiritual forces, like, you know, Brad was getting into it a little bit earlier in the chat. The symbolism is stuff we're familiar with, that we'll connect with. Sometimes if they go to sophisticated conversations, it may even get dumbed down so you'll understand it when you wake up. If we go to have these ones, usually there may be some meaning. Whether it's like a subconscious that you need to pull your head out of your ass and stop being such a dick. I almost said suck a dick.
If that's what you're into, if ladies and gentlemen on the podcast side, if that's what you're into, look, we will not judge you.
Hey. First off, you're the one that was putting in the request for me to design paranormal crab underwear for the men. It says
I never said underwear, a t-shirt
on the front.
No, it was a t-shirt.
You said it was the underwear.
No, I never said it was a t-shirt, and it says a paranormal crabs, and I put paranormal, and then a picture of a couple of crabs crawling on a beach. But look!
You're trying to dig yourself out of the hole.
No, I'm going to say this. I'll admit I've had some really crazy dreams. I've had dreams where I've woke up and I have been frightened. I had, like, for instance, with Mike, like that. I think that was him visit. I honestly think that was that dream that I had with Mike. I honestly think he visited me that night. I honestly do think he visited me that night.
Oh, we should have brought up Smile Dog.
But we should have brought up Smile Dog. But see, here's the thing, right? There's been times when I've done meditation, and I have done meditation a few times, and I've went to places. I've been to the Akashic Records. I got a row off somebody for picking some up. I shouldn't have done that. But look, I've seen some weird shit. I don't really talk about my weird shit on air, right? My alien stuff and all that. I only ever talk to Dakota about it or Lisa Fry about it. I don't really like to get into it because it's just weird. It's just downright weird. I mean, I had a conversation last night which felt like a bit for an hour in my sleep with a dog. But the strange thing is, there was other people there and I couldn't see them. And they were standing behind me, like I told you about that rock thing that I found. She was there, but I couldn't see her. See, that's the weird thing. Was that an alien pretending to be a dog to talk to me? Because maybe that was the way my mindset is to try and understand it. You see where I'm going with this? I mean, let's tell us some weird dreams you've had. Come on.
I don't think I should. We're already
I
got
think you
YouTube
should.
trying to take us down because we start getting.
I think you should. I'm gonna blow my nose. I think you should.
No. I don't think you want to know inside my head. Trust me, man. I don't want to be in my head half the time. It's quite frankly, I don't. My head's tossed between multiple worlds. I don't know what the hell's going on anymore.
You're good to remember, right? You're right. You've got your family up there in space, right? Now let me think of it. I bet you've dreamt about them, where you thought it was that you were meeting them, but in actual fact, it was just a dream. I bet you that's happened to you a few times. But obviously, you've got your family up there. You know what I mean?
There's an update.
You see where I'm going with that? You see where I'm going with this? Right? So maybe the dream realm, they say when you go to sleep, that's when you really go back to source hunting and you can meet your dead relatives and that. But when you come back, you can't remember that.
It depends on how far on what brainwaves actually kick off during your sleep cycles.
Right.
Once you get to roughly about the gamma waves, that's when the weird shit really starts kicking in. That's usually when REM sleep also happens as well. Lucid dreaming.
Well, I got one of the Apple Watch things, right? And I've started, it's really difficult. I don't like going to sleep at night with wearing anything watch wise.
Right.
And I wore it the other night there, and 4:30 in the morning and 6:30 in the morning, my heart rate increased.
Mm-hmm.
I actually can look it up I can actually look it up on the phone, and it actually tells you that my heart rate went way up, and so did my blood pressure, as if I was exercising, as if I was walking, because last night in that dream I was walking through this, and I was kind of running a wee bit. I do remember that, and I'm wondering, did that watch pick up what I was doing? But how could it pick up what I was actually doing? Because you're stationary still. If that's just
that's the thing, though.
Your soul.
That's the thing, though. When it comes to sleep, what a lot of people don't realize is that the body has certain switches that it flips off, so you don't injure yourself in your sleep. And one of the theories that's actually out there is that, so you don't end up like sleepwalking, talking your sleep, and so that way you don't get eaten by a predator while you're just trying to get rest. That's some of the theories out there. But several different conditions exist to where not all the switches get kicked off. And that's why you get episodes of sleepwalking. You get on individuals who are unfortunately referred to as sexsomniacs.
It's coming out now, ladies and gentlemen.
It's where they try to have sexual relations with their partner while they're still asleep.
Does that happen to you a lot?
It's never been reported.
Well, there's nobody in your bed to know. Obviously, if you're selling, you're not going to notice it unless you watch back in the cameras. Get what I mean?
It's not when I'm alone in bed, Chris.
But you could imagine yourself with a woman or man or whatever you're into. Get what I mean? And be in the bed yourself.
It's not that. It's a legitimate thing.
You could. What's that? I'm just reading the chat there. Okay, now I know why the lights are out, Dakota.
Well, this is getting a little saucy in the chat.
But it's no that. It's look. I've had. I'll admit, I've had the talking dog dream was just downright fucking weird. Right? Sorry for swearing. Fucking weird. Right? That dream about the Rock kind of puzzled me because I could remember it, and when I wrote it down, it just disappeared as if I was meant to mean it. Maybe it's not got a meaning for me, maybe it's got a meaning for you. Maybe one day you'll be out exploring a UFO crash site and you'll find a rock with like a pyramid or something on it. You know what I mean? I'm saying a pyramid in the zoo because I'm not telling you exactly what was on it, just was Dakota, and we can keep that private. But that could happen. That message might not be for me, it might be for you.
First off, we need to get some sort of PSA out there to all the stupid people who haven't learned that the straight lines of lights in the sky is Starlink.
Aye.
Oh no, we had Starlink flying over my area last night, and everybody's trying to say, Dakota, we saw the UFO, we saw the UFO. It's a strange light. So he's like, it's Starlink. What is that? Is that like some strange UFO maneuver? No, that's Elon Musk.
It's interesting you bring up Elon Musk. You see with that chip that he's bringing out for implants in people's brains.
Yeah, Neuralink.
It makes you wonder what it'll pick up if someone's abducted.
That's actually something I've been curious. Have you ever seen the film The Final Cut?
The what?
It's called The Final Cut.
I've heard about it.
The guy from Sound of Freedom, Robin Williams.
No.
Basic plot of the movie is that people in this world are given brain implants at birth to record their entire life.
Yeah.
And so if someone goes to pass away, they can retrieve all that footage from the person's point of view and actually make like little movies for their funeral, stuff like that. The whole plot of the movie centers around the fact that one of the main guys behind who created it, it's an old movie, so it doesn't necessarily count as spoilers. He would attack his daughter. Yeah. And because that chip did not turn off, it recorded every bit of it. And part of the movie, it actually says that earlier models would actually pick up dreams as well.
Right.
And that's something I would be legitimately curious, because we do have something that's being developed at the University of Hong Kong that uses fMRI technology in order to read what the brain is actually seeing, actually be able to put it in a digital format.
See, that's interesting. That right, it's that one by Elon Musk, right? How he's training the chimps to like play computer games and stuff, right?
Because, but okay.
Can you imagine, right? But can you imagine if that was in a human, and that human got abducted?
I would love to see what would happen. I've brought that up on several times. I wish I had some way to physically bring up when I remember something happening onto a computer and sending it to people. I wish I fucking had that.
See, it's quite...
When that tech comes out, you're going to see paranormal stuff change dramatically.
See, that's what worries me too, because stuff like that could be used for precarious things, couldn't it? You think about it, you're right, that chip's in your head, right? And that chip, say, goes back to a supercomputer somewhere where it goes into a mainframe where everybody collects your dreams, right? Mm-hmm. But what happens if somebody infiltrates that and puts a dream into your head and puts a dream into your head and keeps putting a dream into your head every night that you walk down the street and you see someone, you kill them, and keeps putting that in every night and basically plays out the scenario every night, and then that one day, a couple of years later, you're walking down the road and there's the black car pulls up. And then there's that black car pulls up and the guy with the blue jacket gets out. And you think to yourself, without knowing it, you have to say your concealed arms, concealed carry or something, like take it down and pop them.
I see what you're getting at.
Right. So it's like say everybody's got in the future's got this brain chip, right? Because it could happen. Everybody's got this brain chip in the future. And we'll just say the CIA, they're probably listening to this now. Don't take this as an idea. It's a bad idea.
They're already working on it.
The entire population of the Earth's got this brain chip. Well, nearly everybody's got this brain chip. And they're thinking, right, we need this guy dead. We need this guy dead. We need him dead. So we'll give everybody round about him the same dream that's got a concealed carry permit, right? For a full 2 months, what the guy will look like when he drives, what car he drives, what he does, his routine. Like, say this guy's got a routine of going to the bank or whatever, right? And everybody will have this. And it's like, it's basically putting something into the head. And then one day the guy will be walking down the road, or the woman will be walking down the road, and she's got a concealed permit, concealed gun, right? And she'll see the guy and she'll be like, wait a minute, oh my God, everything's going to happen. But say they've done it in such a way so as in the dream, that person gets a knife and kills them, right? And they'll go, wait, the new, I'm just going to kill them, the new, and that'll save me. Pop them. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
So, what's to stop that from happening in real life? Because it could happen.
Dots is putting out a suggestion saying that we would need to develop our telepathy like our friends upstairs. But here's the thing: even they have chips and implants that help boost the natural abilities. It still works with the biology. It's going to take some serious technical skill to prevent the hacking, because if it exists, it can technically be hacked.
Yeah, you could hack someone's brain. You could hack their dream waves.
Exactly.
Get into their dream world.
Here's the thing. It's also right around the gamma wavelengths that you also get prophetic dreams. You have instances where people are able to move things with their mind. Even teleportation is possible in that type of state if held for an extended period of time.
Well, we know our ET friends use their brains to fly ships, and the US government have salvaged UFOs with that technology, and then they've utilized that technology so as they can use it for, like, for instance, remote viewing.
Mm-hmm.
But see, it's actually quite scary, that, by the way, because you could actually like, let's just say an airliner pilot, and you could actually make him crash that plane. Or you could, a police officer, you could do the same to a police officer.
In theory, you could actually take over an entire person's motor function right there on the spot.
See, that makes you wonder what's happened to some people that have done like crazy like murders and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and then after it, they've
just do it.
But then after they've turned around and says, I don't know what happened. I can remember going to my car, putting the keys in the ignition, and then I woke up in the jail cell.
Exactly. It's cases of devil made me do it.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, too. I mean, right, say, for instance, you could prove that you could hack somebody's brain and do that to them, make them kill somebody, and you could prove it. Would that person get off it? If there was evidence?
Well, I would imagine it would be similar to a gentleman who's actually serving time here in Idaho for killing his family. The circumstances might be something similar. Basically, the story behind this gentleman is that he was on some pretty heavy medications that affected his mood. I believe it was antipsychotics, antidepressants, stuff like that. He killed his wife and I believe it was 2 or 3 kids, even killed their pets, serving time in prison for a life sentence. He has been offered the presidential pardon on several occasions because they realized he was not in control when that happened. It was the damn drugs. But because it was his family, it was his weapons, he always denied the appeal.
See,
he's still in prison today. Makes you wonder if it would be something similar to those circumstances.
It's scary to think of it.
It's technically, like what Dot said, is a form of remote control. But that also makes you wonder, in these sorts of states, these reports of possession, how many of these reports of demonic possession was somebody with some serious control, serious access to tech, very sophisticated psychic developments? How many of them?
See, I've always thought about this.
Joey, the drugs were prescribed to him.
I've always thought about the gunmen that have done horrible, horrible crimes, and then turn around and say, listen, I can't remember doing that. And it makes you wonder, has this been like some type of experiment that the government's performed? Because let's face it, and if you believe I've met folk that watch this show and all that kind of stuff, right? And they're like, "Oh, I don't know how you could say the government would never do such a thing." Right? The government experiment on its population all the time, right? That's what they do. They release things. I'm not going to say that in case we get banned or something. They deliberately release stuff to see what it does to folk. Look what they did to Vietnam soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
With LSD and stuff like that. They actually had centres where they feeded them LSD.
Yeah.
And there's like that film Men Who Stare at Goats. That's actually a real life thing. That actually happened.
Yeah, I know.
It was actually secret organisations where they were giving you crazy psychotic drugs to see if you could use your mind to kill the enemy.
It was MK Ultra programming.
Yeah. But can you imagine? I bet you $1 million that there's people in this world right now that are pre-programmed through this.
They're called sleeper agents.
Yeah. I bet you Russia's got them here. I bet you America's got them in Russia. I bet you China's got them here.
We already know they're out there. We already know, and several have actually been caught within the last few months.
Yeah. All it takes is one sound to activate them.
It could either be sounds, but it's also another thing. It's actually been found that you can heavily influence someone's behavior through EMF.
Yeah.
You can make someone go on a violent and psychotic episode from a distance. It'd be like dropping a zombie virus into a populated area and just watching the chaos unfold.
Yeah. There's sound waves out there that can make you go loopy really, really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's sound waves out there that can heal you. Or there's sound waves out there that can make you feel better. But there's also sound waves out there that can turn you into a psychotic raving lunatic. Yeah. And believe me, the government have got them.
And you also got to take into consideration, perhaps the scariest part of this is that these episodes can happen completely naturally as well. People can have legitimately psychotic breaks because they're pushed to some limits of some extreme sort of stress.
Yeah. Getting into this is crazy. I mean, we actually should try and get a guest on to come on and talk about this, about how you can do mind control and stuff like that.
It doesn't take much.
It doesn't take much. I mean, there's been people out there that have, let's for instance, there's been people out there that's invented things that could have changed the world, right? You get what I'm talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then they've went on a mad rampage shooting everybody. Why?
Or they were the target of those set attacks.
Yeah.
But it was staged to make it look like a mass shooting incident, so nobody would think twice. Wrong place, wrong time.
That's that one with the young guy in it. What was his name? American guy.
You talking about the hydrogen conversion for your car?
Yeah, I'm talking about him because I actually watched the thing on that.
I can't remember the guy's name, but he was actually a victim in a mass shooting that was in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah. Yeah. It was quite interesting. Did you see the video footage on that? It was quite, somebody had actually pointed it out on YouTube, but sadly the channel got took down. I wonder why. But anyway, the shooter that was going about shooting them all, if you noticed, he was wearing white socks, right? But when the police shot him, he had different coloured socks on.
Mm-hmm.
As if, why would you change your socks? If you're murdering loads of people, get what I mean? It's like, do you keep a spare set of socks with you? Get what I mean? It's like staged. I think a lot of things are staged, and I definitely think they've already managed to hack people's brains. Your dreams aren't safe anymore. See, I will say this. And this is a question for you, Dakota, actually. What's your opinion on? There's people out there that they're convinced that they've been abducted by aliens. They're convinced, right? Do you think some of that might be manipulation in some way?
Very much so.
No, what I'm not saying for aliens or that. I'm saying for government.
No, I know what you mean. And there's actually Pentagon reports that confirm it. That it was staged to look like what someone may perceive as an alien invasion, so people would just think they were crazy.
Yeah.
There's actual Pentagon reports that were released not too long ago that confirmed that, yeah, that shit's been going on.
See, what's that, Lawrence? And that us humans have lost the ability to connect with the world. We don't see small things that matter. Exactly.
That's the thing, though. It can be argued that our over-reliance on technology is a part of that. And there's plenty of documentation that tries to say it. This is not, it's like some kids are trying to say, okay, boomer, blame the social media.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first off, I'm a millennial. One, I'm nowhere near as bad as this Gen Alpha fuckers, but
no, I'm an 80s baby. I'm an 80s baby.
Xer. Soon. I don't know. But also you gotta wonder. Yes, technology can be used to kind of integrate itself within biology and boost it, like some sort of natural exoskeleton, but nevertheless, where a lot of our development is not taking the full picture into consideration. And that's where a lot of issues come up.
See, I've met folk and they've told me about alien experiences they've had, and there's just stuff that doesn't ring right. I mean, there was one I was talking to one a week ago, and they were telling me about about a month ago, they were abducted by the Greys. And they were taken back, and the Greys were doing stuff to them and all that kind of stuff, right? But then, on the other hand, the Greys aren't really here anymore. And I know that for a fact.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. How much of this is deep-seated trauma that's starting to surface?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people that are going to try to take certain individuals out there, like Elena Denon, Danny Henderson. They're trying to take their words as dogma, which is one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah.
If we're trying to help as many people as we can try to understand what's going on, we got to accept more than one possibility. These could be repressed memories. And there's been several cases where repressed memories start to manifest as really intense dreams. And most people don't realize that's the case until something either in their waking life goes to trigger the memory of that dream, or they go to speak to a psychiatrist. Hell, there's been murder cases that's been solved because of that.
See, that's
transplants.
See, that's what I was thinking too. I mean, they're like, it was September time. They came and took me away. I can remember it was September time. But what was if it wasn't September time when they took them away? What was if it was maybe 10 years before that? And something they've seen or something they've watched on YouTube, or maybe they've seen something Elena's been talking about, or maybe they've seen something we've been talking about, and it's triggered something inside their head. And then they've went to their bed. And they've had this weird, crazy experience where they're in the ship and they're prodding and poking them and all that. And they think that happened to them that night, but in actual fact, it was 10 years ago.
Exactly. The human brain is one of the most complex structures that we know of.
Yeah.
Constantly changing. That's the thing. It's constantly changing. And sometimes things happen to where things that happened 10 years ago we completely forgot about can come back in such a full force that you ever see fresh memory.
You ever seen the film Life of Pi, where the guy gets stuck in the boat with the tiger?
I don't believe I've seen the movie. Read the book a little bit.
I don't know, in the chat, you ever seen the film where the guy gets stuck in the boat? He's in a cargo vessel out at sea. He's an Indian chap. It's carrying zoo animals, right? It's carrying zoo animals, it's in a hurricane, the ship starts to sink, right? So the guy gets into a rowing boat, and he wakes up in the rowing boat, and in it, I'm giving you the quick version, in it, there's a tiger, right? But the tiger doesn't eat him, right? And this is quite interesting because all the way through it, he works with the tiger to get food and all that, and then they find an island, and he goes on the island and that. And at the very end, the tiger walks away off into the woods and stuff, right? When the ship finds land, when the rowing boat finds land. But what a lot of people think is that tiger was not a tiger. That tiger was someone else from the ship. But that guy, with his beliefs and his memory, portrayed it as a tiger. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
But it was actually a human. It was actually another human because there was another animal, a seal or something, that was on the boat that get killed, and it was a right bad seal. I was eating all the food and that, but he portrayed it as a seal eating all the food, right? Understand it? But at the start of the movie, at the very start, you see him meeting all these folk, and they're all behaving the same way as the animals were behaving. You see where I'm going with this? It's like, how can I say this? It's like, help us out here to go. It's kind of like he was on that boat. He believed that that was a tiger on the boat with him, right? Well, his dream, because he woke up in the hospital, maybe 4 months later, because he was dehydrated and stuff like that. They'd been living off of rationed water, and he's like, to the doctors, no, it was a tiger, and none of them believed him.
Exactly.
But it was a human. He was really on it with a human.
Exactly.
You see, it's
an extremely stressful situation. It's a survival situation, and he's likely been pushed to the point where the human mind is going to start hallucinating a bit.
Yeah, because they had to kill one of the animals in the boat. They kill one of the animals in the boat, but a lot of people that have watched that movie, I've got friends that are like psychologists and that have said to me, that wasn't a seal, that wasn't a lion, that was people, because that's what it really is. Look it up. It's an interesting movie. I mean, it's weird. Yeah, it's like how the human brain works. That's how it kind of works.
Yeah, because it goes to make you wonder. When you really think about it, it goes to make you wonder. All these reports of, in say like in cultures like in India, in some Native American cultures, where you have these stories of people turning into animals. And no, I'm not talking about skinwalkers. Number one, I'm just going to shoot that in the ass right now. What if it's not necessarily people legitimately turning into animals? What if it is a simple association? I mean, I've had cases where people were in such chaos when I was trying to help them out with situations. They thought I was a polar bear.
You get the height?
Not quite.
Yeah,
maybe a small brown bear, but that's about it.
I've seen folk hallucinating. Well, obviously they've taken stuff. I've seen folk on TV and stuff, and they're hallucinating, and they think that the police officers are trying to arrest this guy, and this guy thinks they're clowns and all that kind of stuff. Okay, I mean, they're dressed as clowns and stuff. I will say this: there is drugs and all this. That look what's happening with is it Flakka? Is it Flakka? It's called that
the
drug
zombie
in America.
virus.
Right.
The zombie drug.
You look what happens. Bald and freezing. look what happens when people take that stuff.
Their body temperature goes through the roof. They start to exhibit behavior like they were exposed to rabies. And they try to eat people.
Yeah. I do think the dream world, we don't fully understand. I think there's need to be more research into the dream world. I think there's things in the dream world that...
Exactly.
There's portals to other dimensions and stuff like that. It's like we kind of look at mediums and stuff that the dream world to travel, right? Like dream walking and stuff like that, right? I mean, I don't think it's been fully understood yet. I think you could heal yourself. I've heard stories about how people have been ill, and I mean ill, and they've had a dream that in the dream they met this person, well, Jesus came to them, we'll just say, and healed them, and then they've woke up and they've been fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did hear one, I was listening to Coast the other night there, and he was talking to a priest, and he was an exorcist. And this is going back years ago. I like listening to the old episodes. And the priest, he was telling us, the chief exorcist was telling a story about how he went to the hospital. And this woman, she'd sinned all her life. Like, she was a drug user, she had AIDS, she was dying, she was in a really bad way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the family wanted him to do an exorcism on him. So when she died, she went to heaven, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he did his thing, and she started talking in tongues to him as if she was like possessed, right? As if it was possessed. And an hour later, after it all, the doctor went to check on her. What's that, 5103?
Just noting something.
All right. An hour later, after that, the doctors come into the priest and says, listen, can you and the family come into the room, because she's not going to die. She doesn't have the illness anymore.
Mm-hmm.
She's fine. So he says, oh, that's possession. He get rid of the Satan and stuff like that. But what happens if it's something more? What happens if when she was that no well, he did the exorcism and she believed that he did an exorcism. She went to sleep and she met somebody in that dream world. And she believed that much that she was healed. She woke up healed.
You ever hear of Greg Braden?
What's that?
You ever hear of Greg Braden?
I've heard the name.
He talks about divine matrix, how we're all connected,
and
even healing properties. There's a story he goes to tell, and there's actually footage of this where he talks about this medicineless hospital in China. This woman goes in, she's sick. They do an ultrasound on her to try to figure out what's going on. She has a tumor, I believe, towards her stomach.
Yeah, I've heard this one. Mm-hmm.
They go through several different yoga practices. They have her change her diet. Then with a live, they take a picture. Then one day they take a picture of the tumor as a comparison. They have it stuck on her. Then they start doing this chanting. Then all of a sudden, you just watch the tumor just shrink on the ultrasound machine. Wasn't recording, nothing like that. Woman was perfectly fine. There are cases of miracle healing, and like I mentioned before, the brain waves that get activated when these episodes take place in the individuals that are not only receiving the healing, but as well as doing the rituals, are the same ones that activate for lucid dreaming.
Yeah.
Same ones. And in those same states, it is maybe possible for teleportation. Like, there's plenty of people here in the chat know Jean-Charles Moyen. It's someone I would want to get on the show, but I don't know if he's going to understand him.
Look, you just need to deal with talking. But here's the thing. I think somewhere in our subconscious, deep in our subconscious, when we were a race of beings, maybe advanced, or whoever we are, wherever we come from, right? Built into our soul, that's inside our head, that's in us. I think we've got the ability to heal ourselves. I really do. It's that Dolores, that woman Dolores, you know who I'm talking about.
Dolores.
She talked about that. And I believe, and even she said this, in your subconscious, whoever you are, wherever we're from, you could be from a different planet for all I can, so could I. We will never know until the end comes, right? Whoever we are, in our subconscious, we have got the tools to heal ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't use them because we forgot a long time ago how to do it. Whereas there's extraterrestrials out there that are thousands of years old, that if they think, oh, look at that, I've broke my arm, I can heal myself, because they know how to do it. because they're thousands of years old and they're highly intelligent and stuff like that. It's like the pods. It's like the pods that are meant to heal people. They use sound frequencies, right? Whereas in the dream world, you can utilize. So you think about it. You're dreaming. You can hear music, can't you? And you can hear things. You can see people talking. What happens if you could manipulate that in the dream world to play those sounds to heal you? Because if you knew how to do it, you could heal yourself when you went to your bed at night.
The main thing when it comes to that is that the human body, on multiple levels, is just simply out of tune with what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And Dots, like I said, yeah, John Charles, I definitely would love to.
Is he French?
Yes.
Bonjour, monsieur. I'm Scottish. How you doing?
His accent can be pretty strong, and if Elena has a hard time understanding you, and that woman understands 8 fucking languages fluently,
I will use my phone and I will get it to say hello in French.
Bonjour, monsieur.
No, look, the dream world, I don't think we'll fully understand. I don't think we're ever going to fully understand until we're a very advanced civilization.
Exactly.
I don't even think a type 1 civilization understands the dream world. I mean, a type 3 civilization might understand it. Okay, I mean, the Galactic Federation, they're probably aliens and all that they can, but they're talking about and stuff like that. But I think it'll take a while before the human race understands it. Yeah, we'll build machines that can heal us. We would need a universal translator for this.
Yeah, they need some work.
There was somebody in the message the show last night that watches back. What was that? I remember a message to how to turn on the voice thing so as they can understand us.
Okay.
You better explain it.
No. Here's the thing.
Words.
No, it's not that. I can sit here and try to explain it, waste minutes on the show, but here's the thing. Yeah, and I understand. Yeah, she's hard of hearing. It's having subtitles would help. She can easily go and do that on her own. And unfortunately, and I'm not trying to say this as being judgmental, I get the feeling that this is something that she would need to be physically shown.
No.
As in someone sitting there next to her. Because the number of people I see try to go for subtitles because they don't understand it or are hearing impaired and try to ask for it don't really seem to understand how YouTube works.
YouTube doesn't pick me up very well. I mean, even Siri on my phone doesn't get in.
It's like that's point number 1. Point number 2, everybody who tries to say we would need a universal translator or subtitles for Chris, those always break.
The name's Mrs. Doubtfire, dear. I've never used a computer, you know.
And I'm not trying to say this to Klingon as close to Chris speak.
Oh, dearie me. I'm going to come on next week as Mrs. Doubtfire. And I'm sitting here looking at that man, that funny-looking man.
I should come on a show as Christopher Walken.
Oh, my God. No, he's just downright weird.
Christopher.
You know, look, what was that before we end the show? What was that 5130 something that you put in the chat? What was that?
I heard a voice right there.
Dakota, I'm coming to you from the dark side. Oh,
I thought I heard a voice right there. Anyway,
but no, listen back to it.
Like you said, the dream world is something that needs to be explored. So that is why I figured tomorrow we should probably dig into a shared dream phenomenon, simply known as this man.
Let's do as an experiment right now. Everybody tonight, when you go to your bed, when you snuggle up, what can we tell them today to have a dream about? Tell you what, dream about Dakota. Everybody, before you go to your bed tonight, I want you to say out loud in your bed, I want to dream about Dakota tonight.
Well, just play this episode again before you go to bed, and that should do enough to trigger.
And you're either going to get Ham in your dream, or you're going to have me talking a load of pish.
Or
You'd be
you're
watching.
or you're gonna have your own AI video animated Bald and Bonkers episode. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? To have like an AI video generator just create a video based on what we're talking about for the show. I think that'd be kind of cool.
What's that, Papa Joe's there? My brother wrote a book about trapping and
chant, which I've used to relieve stress, which is the cause of a lot of illnesses. Yeah, very true.
Yeah, we'll need to talk about that next week.
Stress is that does aggravate a lot of situations.
But I think honestly, I think dreaming about Dakota, I think you would like that, Lawrence. Would you not like to go to your bed tonight and dream about Dakota coming and crawling into your bed? I've just done it for
everybody. Very careful. Because there has been multiple reports of people seeing me in their dreams, and I remember seeing them.
I'm sorry. I've done it. I'm sorry. Dots will be going to his bed tonight. He'll be drifting off, and he'll hear the rustle. I'm coming for you. You'll appear in their dreams. You'll appear for everybody in their dreams.
There has been people who have reported that they've seen me.
We should have got that. We should have got Pete to come on and do Smile Dog.
You know, like he's running into whenever, you know, his situation.
You know. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have a fantastic night. We will see you tomorrow. Remember, if you dream about Dakota, you can scream in your sleep. No one will hear you.
We will continue the discussion of dreams tomorrow, as Christopher believes the man on the thumbnail is him from his 20s. And I will just say, yeah, he looks about ugly enough. Bye!
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe anywhere you see Bald and Bonkers for even more insanity. Be sure to spread the love to the Bald and Bonkers boys' other endeavors. And a special thank you to our audience, guests, and everyone else who helps make this crazy ride happen. Amazing things are ahead. Learn more by visiting www.baldandbonkers.net. See you next time. Much love and take care. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. From the deepest jungles to the outmost reaches of space and beyond the veils of death itself, the Bald and Bonkers boys are back for another episode. It's no secret that you won't know what will happen next, but Dakota Franson and Chris Mole promise that all bets are off. Viewer discretion and straitjackets advised. These two idiots live up to the name.
You cocksucker! I knew it! I fucking knew it!
Oh, come on.
Oh, you twat.
Come on. He's there! Here's Pete! Welcome into the room, Pete. Welcome into the room, Stephanie. It's good to see you. Pete, we've got something we want to show everybody. Listen, we've got a wee quick picture we want to show you, but we'll go into it more in a wee while. Come on, bring it up for us.
Well, I thought you would want to, build up the fucking audience, for maximum casualty. I mean maximum effect.
That's right. So let's
we gotta, come on, think this through, man.
Let's think it through. This honestly, you're going to love this. You're going to love this terrible, amazing thing. I mean, especially when you go to sleep tonight. I know
we're gonna be cruel bastards. We're gonna do one more weekend after this. We got one more weekend of shows. Then we're going to leave you on this note, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a little experiment with you in the spirit of looking into dreams.
But this is what we want you to do. This is what we want you to do right now. And this is something for Mike the Naked Bigfoot. He was the first one really to share this. His son is looking so. His son, honestly, he's been pushing it all day.
Excited.
His son's excited. And if you watch the screen, let me tell you this right now. If you look really into the screen, I want you to get right up there onto your screen, your mobile device. I want you to look at this. Now, this has got to be amazing, right? Whatever you see tonight, what usually happens is for men, it's beautiful women will appear. But for women, it's beautiful, handsome men that will appear, right? So honestly, show that picture right now.
All right.
Look into your screens, everybody. Look into the screens.
Yeah, 5 seconds to get full screen. Your device, computer, TV,
5
whatever.
seconds, full screen.
4 seconds. Make sure to get real up close and personal.
Yep.
We want to do a little experiment with y'all. For those of y'all on the podcast side of this, in 3 seconds, you're gonna really see. Probably some people probably shit themselves.
And remember, share the good news.
Yeah, make sure to share this out so all your friends and loved ones can be equally as horrified. But 3, 2, 1.
Well, look at that handsome dog.
Oh, isn't that a happy poochie?
It is a happy poochie. See, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen.
It's always the Huskies.
It's. Can I show that up there? Can I show that up again? No, I can't.
Not with the.
I didn't ken you could. But honestly, I want you to stare at that tonight before you go to sleep. And I want you to think about that image before you go to sleep tonight. And trust me, you will be interested to see what happens.
It's always a husky that has that kind of face.
All we say is this. You take that image, and you share it to the next person you know, right? You share the image to the next person you know, and all you put is Pete's answer there, share the good news. So you put share the good news and the image, and make sure you share that with everybody you know. Can I put that up the mic what Pete's went and put? Let's have a look. Can I not put that up? Oh, there you go.
Oh, dear God, you're going to get us. I saw that in the fucking chat. Chris, you're going to get us fucking banned. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, all Bald and Bonkers episodes are backed up on Rumble, just in case. God.
I think we better take it down now. The poor people. Now, we're going to tell you about this image, right? I can humbly say, the first time I seen this, I actually believed it. And you want to take it down now? The first time I seen this, it was our dear departed friend, Mike the Naked Bigfoot, son of the Naked Bigfoot, Pete's dad. It's in the chat there. Shared this with me. He sent it to me, and I was like, what the hell is this? Sent it to me at like 3 o'clock in the morning after I was talking to him on a Thursday night. I'm like, what is this? And he's like, share the good news. I had a weird dream about a dog, but it didn't look at me like that. It didn't do anything. It just was there. But I've looked at it again, and I've shared it with quite a lot of people over the years, and it's never happened to me again. And I think it's the power of suggestion.
Could very well be it.
Yeah. What's that? Son of the Naked Bigfoot. It's real. Pete, do you want to come up? Pete, do you want to come up? You should come on and tell us all about it. What you think about it?
It's open, Pete, if you feel like it.
If you say yes in the chat,
I'll
send it to you.
Oh, poor Alan. Poor Alan.
It doesn't work like that, ladies and gentlemen. You actually need a picture of it to send. You can't say share the good news now because that's not going to work. What you need to do is think yourself lucky you're a podcast listener right now. That's what I'm going to say. What you need is the picture. So what you want to do is go to Mike the Naked Bigfoot on Twitter, which is you can find his account there. There's a picture there Pete's put up. Or you can go to the Bald and Bonkers Twitter account and you'll find a picture there, right? And you download that picture, which is free. You just click on it and save it. And then send it to everybody you know and put below it, share the good news. Ken, it came back to me last night. I shared it, right, to loads of folk. And it came back to me for folk that I've only kent for a couple of months. Share the good news because of what I've done. What's that? Oh, if they don't have a copy, they are... It's fine.
A lot of this stuff can easily be manipulated with power suggestion.
I bet you Pete's sitting there thinking, this is great. This is great. I've already pissed a few folk off the day about it. They're not too happy. It was actually interesting, Pete, because your dad was telling me, it was before a live one night. Remember that Nazi episode we were talking about?
Aye.
And he was in, before we went live, he's like that to me, he says, Hen Chris, he says, a few people unfriended me on Twitter. It's all the power of the mind. If you don't believe it, if you sit there and think to yourself, that's all the absolute pish, and go to your bed tonight, I'll be fine. Right? It's power of suggestion. It's power of Dakota knows who. Pete, do you know who made that? Do you know who made this, Pete?
The dog?
No, the whole thing that sell the picture. Who decided to put it out in the first place?
Dude, no, I was talking about the man that was the case we were talking about, not the dog.
Was that it will always return? Dad swore it, and it thanked him once he unleashed it on Twitter. Well, look at that in a kind of sensible way here. It doesn't need to visit me and Dakota tonight because it's visiting everybody in the YouTube land. There you go. What's his name, by the way? You know, is it like Fido or something like that?
Or Yeti, because it's a husky.
It started appearing in people's emails. Yes, but you know why it started appearing in people's emails? Because he knows, because he researched it.
No, that's not what I was talking about before the show, Chris.
No, you were talking about that Smile Dog.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, you weren't talking about? I thought you were talking about Smile Dog. What were you talking about then?
No.
Oh, you talking about this?
Like you. The one that you think looks like you.
It's an urban legend, everybody. I bet you I'm going to get unfriended on Facebook tonight.
No, we got to talk
about I do need a clear out, you know.
There was one particular case, allegedly, of thousands of people reporting the same man appearing in their dreams all over. In fact, Nicolas Cage just released a movie based on this image called Dream Scenario. God, Chris, you need to show up to the fucking show meetings.
You never have a show meeting, so how am I meant to ken a show meeting?
I send it to you all the time.
So look, I've had a stressful day today. I may have took a couple of CBD gummy bears, right?
Okay.
Tonight,
how many times
I'm blaming it on the CBD gummy bears.
How many times have I had to tell you that caffeine was going to restrict the blood flow to your necessary areas and make it smaller?
Well, look, I'm going to tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. Pete, I've stared at that image multiple times, and it's never, ever, ever in its life visited me till tonight. But it takes a lot to visit me, by the way, because I wear earplugs and everything. So a train could come through my room. You know, I'll wear one a day. What do you call the things that get out of your eyes?
An eye mask.
An eye mask, and I wear earplugs. It could have been jumping around about my bed for all I can. Like hundreds of ghosts or jumping around about me having a disco. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't ken. You know? What's that? The husky will be knocking.
Tonight and you'll be sorry. LOL. No, it won't be. I'm working. Legend of the Smile Dog.
I think Alan's going to be in his bed with us.
No, not after what you told me about Alan.
If you would like to ask any questions about Smelly Dog, please visit Mike the Naked Bigfoot account on Twitter. I'm sure Pete will be there to answer some questions.
Probably on Elena's webinar right now, but Dots, I knew you were asking about Smile Dog the first time we brought it up. There's the story.
See, that's the thing. I don't think it'll visit me or Dakota. Because I think it'll be like, do you know something? I like those two. Those two are like Mike, nice guys. Now they've put me out in the YouTube world and all these other platforms. I'm going to leave them alone and visit all of you in the chat.
Almost 90 different platforms on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, TikTok.
Sorry, TikTok. TikTok's a few idiots anyway. They'll no understand it, you know. It's fine. It's only a husky
honestly,
visiting. It's not as if the huskies did intend it. It's visit. All it does is visit you.
Well, I don't know what
Pete. What does it do? What does it actually do, Pete? Does it visit you in the night?
One of my aunts, she had a husky back in the day, and he slaughtered a bunch of sheep.
Aye, but we're different. We're humans in our beds, you know. I don't know about Alan.
Well, I don't think the dog.
I don't know, but
I don't think the dog is nearly as creepy as this.
Do you know that looks like me in my early 20s?
It's sad that you fucking say that because I think this looks like some creepy janitor looking dude.
Everyone should have at least one conversation with Smile Dog. Maybe I have, and honestly, Pete, maybe I have, and I just can't remember. Maybe I've been eating stuff, you know. Christopher Mole, what? He's getting me back for taking his 100,000 Cadone credits out of poker.
Are you sure
I hope to God.
Are you sure that's what Drew is doing? Are you sure that is what your brother is doing right now, Mr. Molaster?
Look, I hope, Smiley Dog, if you can hear me right now, Smiley Dog, wherever you are, since I introduced you to the YouTube community like I just have, and everyone else in the 90 different platforms that we're going out to right now, can you please visit my brother in his sleep tonight? Please, pretty please, with sprinkles on top, you know. What's that? If you look closely, Smile Dog is actually a blend of a dog and a person. Bring it back up again. I've never looked at that.
Hold on. Oh, shit.
Avert your eyes now if you don't want to look at it again. Look away now. Look away now.
All right. Hold on. It's coming up. Oh, I see it.
I don't.
Yeah, it does kind of, from that angle, it does kind of have, it has human teeth, yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
How am I just noticing that?
Have you changed my name again, Dakota?
What are you talking about?
You changed my fucking name again. You've changed my name again, haven't you? You. Right, that's that. I want you, Mike. I need a voodoo priest, right? Where are you, Pete? Right, I need you, Pete. I need you to make me one of these dolls that you stick pins into. Bastard, you're even doing that, you bastard.
All right. I changed it.
I'll get you back. Do you worry? If it's not the dog that visits you in your bed at night, it'll be me as an apple.
True, I was waiting to see how long he would last.
What's that? The roundness of the face too. Ken, it's weird you say that, Pete, by the way, because it just looked like that. I honestly think it's obviously somebody just did it for a prank. Because let's face it, there's folk out there that like doing these things for pranks.
Exactly. You know, they send it out. They realize people don't pay attention to the background of the story. They add on to it as time goes on.
Yeah, the only thing I'm going to say is, Alan, it's make-believe. When you go to sleep tonight, don't worry. You will not be visited by a horny dog.
Just avoid sitting in a doggy-style position.
He's a paw.
Yeah.
Keep a tennis ball next to your bed. Just what? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, Pete, man, you need to come on one night because see the stuff that Pete knows. Honestly,
Pete,
I would
you should
love
come
to
on when we have All About Beer back on, man.
I know we've got see next week, Pete. We've got All About Beer coming on for the Christmas episode. You're welcome to join us. You don't need to show your camera. You can turn your camera off. So all we'll do is
we're making a Christmas episode. Damn it! Now I'm actually gonna have to get a Santa hat or something.
I've sent away for a wig.
You can get like a Santa wig and a beard. I don't know if I want to do the beard, with the baby.
It changes if you look at it too long. If you listen to the pack.
Lighten.
Lighten to the pack. There is a lot more besides a head.
Yeah, there's
and
the bloody
dog.
handprint. There's the
Oh, well, there's the bloody
faces.
handprint. There's the picture frames
If
on the
you look-
windowsill.
If you look just underneath the dog's nose, it kind of looks like there's a baby face right there.
Ken,
Between the nose
Ken, this
and
is going
the
to sound weird to you, right? But it looks like Hitler. Do you think that looks like Hitler?
just the way the
He's got a wee moustache there, you know.
well, Hitler did really love dogs.
Maybe that's what it is. So instead of the dog visiting you in your dreams tonight, Hitler will visit you and give you a speech about
Oh God!
the mechanized factories or something like that, you know. Really, Chris? Jesus shall have saved me.
Jesse,
Why are you
Jesse.
Jesus? I can't double vision.
What are you doing with his dog, Alan? Are you clapping that dog?
I think he is clapping. Can we ask you something in the chat? Simply Alan Show. Do you clap, Jesse? Now, you're among adults here. I'm sure Pete's maybe got a special ointment that he's made up in the farm. You never know, they could give you. Share the good news or else. Right, this is what you need to do, ladies and gentlemen. We will make this picture available for you. People in the podcast world, you don't need to worry because you've not seen it. We will make this picture available for you. So don't worry, Alan. I will send you a picture after this show is aired. And you have to share this with everybody. And at the very bottom of the picture, just put share the good news. That's it. You'll be fine. Ish. It was his idea. If the MD's got any complaints and would like to contact Bald and Bonkers, please go to the main website and look, you're the man that's in charge. You're the one that's in charge. You're the CEO. Run and jump, Chris. Face purple, crying. Honestly, you'll be fine.
You'll be all right, Alan.
You'll be fine, Alan. If the worst comes to the worst tomorrow, I'm sure Pete in the chat there's got like a special ointment that he can like give you. You changed my name back again. Yeah, fucker.
What? I didn't change your name. What are you talking about?
Yeah, fucking you. Fucking, you know.
Oh, is that really all you can think of?
Oh, I can think of other things, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel sorry for Jenny if that's all you can think of.
But how many people are watching this? How many people? 9 people are watching this. We have shocked 9 people tonight. Wait to know.
11.
Sunday Naked Bigfoot. He's all right because he's used to it. He's seen it a few times. He probably sits at night with like a half a whiskey or something like that and sits and stares at it. Like that. Waiting for something to happen.
Well, now we can't just base it off of those numbers. We should just wait until, say, maybe like next week when we do our final show before the hiatus.
Look what he put.
It takes several days before you go batshit crazy and die. God.
You'll be fine. See, this is what we're doing to you. We're just making you think it's real, guys, because it's no.
Or is it?
Or is it?
I don't even know. I mean, that's the thing when it comes to this phenomenon. If enough people start seeing it, does it become real?
See, that's interesting because that's kind of the Gollum kind of thing, isn't it? That's kind of like the Topa kind of thing. If you believe, look, everybody believes there's a Loch Ness monster. So is that what brings it to life?
As the same for this man. A lot of people seem to believe that they've seen him in their dreams. Now, it could very well be that they saw someone very similar to this in their waking life. Maybe. You got to be careful when it comes to those public. When it comes to those public forums, a lot of people tend to put bullshit stories just to have fun because they are losers and have nothing better to do with their life. But nevertheless, have you seen anybody like that?
I would just like to welcome a new person in the chat there. I'm Ema, or whatever that is. Welcome. You've just seen something that's visited you in the night.
Hello?
Unless you sleep during the day.
I think they already ran away.
Oh God, I've pissed off 3 folk today.
I swear I just heard a death rattle in your laugh. Well, now I get to find a better
Oh my God,
co-host.
it's a husky.
I don't know, man. Those huskies, they can get pretty wild.
Well, I could actually tell you a gruesome story about huskies. I actually know a gruesome story. I know a gruesome story about huskies. Believe it or not. I better not tell it because Alan's watching and he gets freaked out if he sees like a spider or something like that. You know, there's actually somebody near me. I'll tell you a quick story. And you know how you get people that go out and what do you call that husky training where they ride the sleighs? But because it doesn't snow all the time here, they put wheels on it, right? And they had maybe 6 of them. See, huskies, I didn't ken this, but huskies actually eat quite a lot.
They do.
Right? They eat an awful lot, right? They're not like normal dogs, right? Well, 2 meals a day or something like that. Well, long story short, the woman lived on her own. She lived in the house. Somebody that's probably watching this probably knows exactly what I'm talking about. She died, sadly, but she had no family. For 4 weeks, the huskies were in the house with her. Till there was a funny smell. They phoned the police. The police broke the door down, and there was not much left. Air.
Mm-hmm.
There was bones, basically, all through the house.
Yep.
See, pigs are different. Pigs will eat everything. Pigs will even eat the bones. That's what people don't realise.
I know.
What's that, son? The Naked Bigfoot put there. Unless you want a Freddy Krueger experience, you have to share the good news. Thank you, Pete. You made me read that. All complaints to Bald and Bonkers. This honestly, I think this has got to make Bald Bonkers famous. Think of all the people that's got to be cheesing.
No. Actually, I got something for that. I just thought of something. I got something for that. It only works if you're in the U.S. But if you have a complaint to Bald and Bonkers, there is a phone number you can call to where you air your complaints.
Don't you give my mobile? Don't you fucking dare!
I don't have your mobile. I don't have your mobile number.
Pete, what's your mobile number out of curiosity? Because we would like to phone you.
If you have any complaints about the show, I don't know if anybody in the UK can do a call this number, but you can call this number that I'm posting in the chat right now. You just give it a sec to pop up, and I'll bring it on the screen for the platforms that don't see the chat. Give it a call. Let you know, air your complaints there, and we'll play them on a future episode. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Listen, because it was Dakota that shared that from his end, it's only Americans that are affected. So don't worry, Alan. Everything's going to be fine.
That's not how this fucking works. You know damn well.
Come on, try to give him some confidence, man. Got to give him confidence.
No. If you're in the U.S., call that number right now.
Blow my nose.
You need to blow something. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our merch lines because we are saving up in order to get Chris a sex transplant so he can actually have a penis to be his girlfriend with.
What? Who owns the rights? Who owns the rights to that picture?
Which one?
The smile dog.
I don't know.
Pete, do you know who owns the rights to it? Because we could put it on a t-shirt.
This is one of those urban legends that just got put out by somebody.
We could put it on a t-shirt. What do you think?
Yeah, we could. Get a better quality version of it before we do it. Otherwise,
to be brutally honest with you, I seen it a year ago. No, 2 years ago, sorry. With Mike. And I get nothing. But nothing. I'll say this to you. I've had weird dreams with Mike in the dreams. But I've not had the smile dog. So if you don't believe it, you'll be fine. Right. And that's the truth. Smile dog owns the rights.
The human brain is a very powerful thing.
I think we should make some t-shirts up saying, pitch the smile dog, share the good news. put the ball.
Man, I was waiting to see if anybody actually called the phone number.
Is that like a line you've got? I don't know how much that would
cost. No, that's a working number.
Come on, Pete, phone the number. Phone it. I dare you, Pete, to phone the number we just showed. Send a text it even.
No, you gotta call it.
Oh, you can send a text. I would love to get Pete on here because I think it'd be an absolute laugh, by the way. I think he would terrify. He would terrify the audience.
You want to see what happens when you call that number?
What?
Here, I'm gonna bring my phone up to my mic. I can't see it. Bring it up. I know. Just I'm gonna call it. Put it on speaker. If you call that number, you get rickrolled.
I think you should. Pete wants us to bring it up again. Have you made like a deal with Smile Dog or something like that? Are you for all the souls that he collects or something? Are you getting like $100 each or something?
Pete, you should just come on a fucking show instead of just trying to hijack everything from the chat.
Pete, come in. I'll send me a message on Twitter the new if you want to come in, man. Come on. Come in, Pete. You know you want to come in. I know that you don't want to come up but you don't need to show your face. I sent you a message through your dad's account.
Oh, come on. If he's anything like his father, you know damn well just having a mic on.
It's actually a quite nice looking dog, actually. I can it's got its kind of downsides. It looks terrifying and stuff like that, but I can take that out a walk. Chuck a ball for it, you know. Mm-hmm. Come on, Pete. Message me on Twitter and tell me if you want to come in or not, and I'll send you the link. You know you want to. You could come in, you could think of all the people you could terrify, Pete. You could.
If you fear something, it will happen. Yeah. Like I feared that Chris would go off the rails and not go for the discussion.
Aye, if I fear that Dakota one day will grow a head of hair, it will happen.
Oh, there's Melissa complaining about the fact that I have the lights out. I work the night shift.
Aye, you've got to remember it's 10:30 at night for me, whereas it's only like 4 o'clock for him.
Not even 4 o'clock. It's only just after 3:30.
I think we need to put that on a T-shirt. Share the good news.
Just after 4:30. Oh.
Honestly, I think it'd be a hat. Car stickers. If you honk, this will visit you in the night. You didn't. You know? Look, I'm going to tell you the new. It's a figment of your imagination. It's never happened to me. I've watched it all the time on the I'll have a vivid bloody dream the night. Bloody Mike the Naked Bigfoot will be chasing me through the forest along with bloody Smile Dog or some mad crazy creature like that because I've went and said that.
Getting jacked up those huskies can be good trackers.
This is a bloody altar of madness that you place your offerings to. And I'm not even going to say the last bit in case you're trying to trick me there. In case you're trying to trick me. Come on, Pete. Come up. Do you know something? I'd be, if I died tomorrow, if Pete came up and I died tomorrow, I'd be a happy person because I got to meet Pete. I bet you he's just like his dad. I bet you he's 100% just like his dad. He's got the same sense of humour.
It doesn't surprise me one bit.
Mm-hmm. He's got the same. I see him on Twitter posting stuff all the time. Right. I saw no one recognizable in my dreams last night. I didn't have any weird dreams last night.
I always have weird dreams.
Oh, I bet that's you, Dakota. I was away at some distant planet somewhere, like with your ray gun and all that, and there's kind of big, crazy suit on and stuff like that, fighting extraterrestrials. Whereas I'm stuck talking to Dougs.
A case of PTSD that I can't go to a therapist for.
Did you know, Ken, that Pete's a therapist? You could go to him, he'll tell you, but today he'll give you like pictures of Smiley Dog to look at and stuff like that.
For how much you've been grinning on about Smiley Dog, I'm starting to wonder about you taking it like a dog. You're muted. Oh, because you're blowing again. Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher doesn't realize that he is. I picked up on the fact he is using the Amber Heard. He is using the Amber Heard method of administering cocaine.
Mm-hmm. No, it's called wintertime. And I do have stuff there that I inject up my nose, but I don't like taking it because it kind of hurts a wee bit. It dries your sinus passages out. Chris, being chased through a forest would be a dream come true for all. Now, honestly. Really? What's this? What's this? Have you changed my fucking name again?
What are you talking about?
Oh, you. Pete, can you make me a voodoo doll, please? I'm really appreciative of it.
All right, I'll fix it.
Change that back. Terrible.
There you go. It's changed.
None.
No.
Have I changed your name? Change my bloody name back again. Honestly. Take advantage of me, this guy. Honestly. I think we've lost Dakota. Look at that. Look in his face, ladies and gentlemen. A rusted metal door in the center of your most beautiful man. Oh, dear Jesus and all that's holy. What has happened to Dakota, ladies and gentlemen? Just let me check his. Come on in. You changed my fucking name again. Yeah. Oh my God. I didn't know I was as handsome. Look, I'm called Dakota. That? How's that changed to that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Look, I don't even have a name anymore.
Yeah, I'll fix it for you.
That's weird, that. Put my name back up. There we go.
All sorts of weird issues going on tonight.
You see what Pete's put. Look what Pete's been put. I'm fired. You've changed my bloody name again. Honestly, that's that.
What? I'll fine. I'll change it again.
I would have left it as I'll leave it at that. Taking advantage of somebody, that's terrible. You see, this was just something, guy. Honestly.
I know. Well, you already took off the rails. My God.
Honestly.
Oh, there you go.
Well, it was you that wanted to share the image tonight. I mean, look,
I wanted to do.
I've never seen.
I wanted to do the Dream Man, not Smile Dog. You're the one that fucking. My God.
Can I just say this something? I've never seen you talk as much. You, Dakota, Alan in the chat. He's actually worried that Smile Dog's got to visit him in the night.
Of course he is.
Don't you worry. Give him a cuddle from me.
Well, Alan, make sure to be careful about what websites you decide to visit, because Smile Dog may pop up as an online advert. I may have actually.
What do you mean?
Just saying.
What have you went and done?
I didn't do anything.
You haven't done it in New York. What do you call it? New York.
We can't put something like that on Times Square, man.
Look, you just put Pete's address. Just say all complaints sent to Pete at such and such.
No, they won't. They won't let us do that.
No. Show the pack again, please. I tell you what, we'll show it if you come up, Pete. If you come up, we'll show it one more time. Say yes, and I'll send you the invite.
I don't know what to do with you.
Wait, it's bringing them up. Wait, I'm going to send them an invite to join. Okay. Have you sent it to him?
No, I have not. I have not.
Yeah, I'll do it then.
I have not done nothing. Yeah, no, I have done nothing. No.
You can
Chris,
come up.
did you see him?
Once it lets me.
Hey.
I'm loading up Pete's thing.
And your connection is going to shit.
Right. Because I'm sending a message, young man.
Yeah, Mr. 4 terabyte fiber optic internet connection.
Yeah, that's that. I was sending. I have. But I'm downloading an update for my computer at the same time.
Of course.
Change that. Oh, you better change that back. Put that back up there. Yeah, bugger.
What did I do?
Oh God, I need a voodoo doll. I really do need a voodoo doll.
Yeah, it'll help you grow back your hair.
Terrible, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, Pete, please. For the love that all is holy, if you come on, we will let you. We will put it up one more time for you. You only need to stay for 2 minutes, right? This is deciding into heaven. Let's just call it quits. Don't you post any more, and I'll not post any more. Oh God. Ah, dear ladies and gentlemen, we must witness the honest fear and love this. Oh my God. Pete, honestly, I've never laughed as much in my life. Look at Dakota. That's a really good picture Dakota put there, actually. God, his free keeps for. Why does it keep.
Fucking hell.
Why does it keep kicking us out?
I don't know.
Why does it keep doing that? What's
I
that?
don't know.
How about Barbie and Ken? What's that? What's that he's put in there? I'm getting to see Alan's brain here. How about Barbie Ken dolls, Chris?
What kind of porn are you looking up, Alan?
I think Alan, right? Brett, if you're next to Alan, I think you need to take him and tell him how the birds and bees work. What's that he's put there? Smell dog? Oh, humps. Oh my God. Oh God. Have you seen what Pete's put?
Yeah, I saw.
Come up, Pete, and we'll share the image one more time for you. Oh my God. So anyway, this character. I mean, look. I've never dreamt about that person in my entire life. Is Dakota gone again? What's going on here? This is the weirdest thing, guys. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's really weird, right? Don't understand it. See, this is you see this is the strangeness is upon us. You're all doomed, I tell you. It's Mike. Brett is having a bath right now. The cat orange. Honestly, I just think this is one of the most maddest shows we've ever did. I really do. Maybe Dakota is. Oh my God. Oh, Mike. Oh calling you Mike after your dad. What you got, Pete? What we got today with you? I don't know what's happened to him. He's just totally disappeared off the face of the earth. That is so weird. Excuse a sec, guys, because I'm checking to see where he is. I should really get some music to play here. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It shows you some weird shit does happen, right? When you start talking about these things. But I'm going to say to you, a lot of this is just make-believe stuff. I've seen that picture and nothing happened. Nothing to me. If you don't believe it, you'll be fine. If you do believe it, something might happen, you know? Where did you go?
Where did you go?
No, where did you go? I've been talking to them for the last 3 minutes.
I don't know.
See what I mean? See, that's weird, that, isn't it? That's very strange, that.
With tonight's show, Chris. Alan's got a foot fetish.
I think it's Mike, the naked Bigfoot, tampering with tonight's show, Chris. Might be. But as I was saying while you were away, it's what you believe. It's the power of manifestation. If you believe it, it might happen. If you don't believe it, I doubt it'll happen. I really doubt it'll happen. Because I've seen that picture loads of times, and I mean loads of times. I have stared at that a few times, and nothing's ever happened to me. Maybe Smile Dog knows the future and knows that I would share this and thinks, lets me off. I don't know. But Dakota?
For what?
What's your opinion on it? It's man-made tripe.
It could very well be. It wouldn't take much in order to render an image like that, especially nowadays. But then again, they also say that owners and the dogs tend to look like each other.
See, that's the thing. We don't know who made that. That could have been made a long time ago when the internet first came out. Remember, you used to get ones with Bloody Mary and all that kind of stuff. Remember the urban legends? You used to get stupid emails sent to you. Mm-hmm. Get what I mean? I had one sent to me once saying, that today something, and return, if I didn't do it, I'd be visited in the night and dragged away to hell and stuff like that. Well, I'm still being wedded, dragged away to fucking hell. It's a lot of it is make-believe pish, right? You've got to remember that nothing, there is things in this world can harm you and stuff like that, but we were doing an experiment tonight. 45-43, what happened? Voice again?
Yeah. Well, that one was weird. It kind of sounded like a speaker coming out of a toy.
That's strange, Jack, because I'm the only one up the stairs. Plus, I've got noise insulation round about my room.
No, it was like the voice the way it came through kind of sounded like it came through a speaker of an old toy.
Interesting. See, what you're talking about, that other picture, can you show that other picture that you brought up? The one with the funny looking guy?
Well, let me get back up here real quick.
Do you not think he looks a wee bit kind of like prehistoric?
Does kind of look like early human, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a little bit of Neanderthal DNA if it was actually a real person.
I mean, this is an interesting thing I'm going to say to you. Do you ever have a dream where you dream about a cell phone? Because it's something that somebody says to me the other day. I've never had a dream where I've dreamt about a cell phone.
I mean, like you're talking on a cell phone or what?
A cell phone, holding a cell phone in your hand, using it for internet that everybody uses. You ever dream of using a cell phone in a dream?
Well, that could also be a generational thing, dude. When you really think
That's
about it.
very true, but come on, nearly everybody now has got a cell phone.
True, but things that happen to you in your younger years tend to really influence how your mind works as you get older, and your mind isn't making a lot of the same neurological connections that it would used to.
I find I can't remember in my recollection of dreaming about a man like that. But he does look early prehistoric. He does look earlier caveman. That's what he looks like. He's got that kind of. All it's missing is the bulges above his eyes like they used to have. Get what I mean? Pre-Ice Age.
He does look a little bit like he would have Neanderthal DNA, but there's also a lot of people who are convinced that there's this spiritual guy, I can't remember what his name was, out of Pakistan that has a remarkable resemblance to this dude. And he does kind of look like somebody out of the Middle East as well.
So let's do an experiment. Let's see if we can dream about him tonight, because that's obviously the power of suggestion again.
Well, exactly, because this has been debunked years ago that this particular image was actually created by a viral marketing campaign.
See what I mean?
And people are like, oh, how can a marketer think of something like that? Why would a place like Japan, perfect example, why would a place like Japan have a tradition where everybody orders KFC for Christmas dinner?
Is that real?
That's a legit thing. That KFC restaurants have months of a wait list because everybody is ordering KFC for Christmas dinner in Japan. A place with a lot of ancient history, very beautiful area. They want Kentucky Fried Chicken.
See, there's Rev. Yes, I've had a dream where I was using my cell phone. I was answering a message from Dolores Canyon. True story. Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
I will say that Dolores Canyon is quite interesting what she says about the dream world. Yeah, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe you're right. I think you're right. It is a generational thing. You think about the kids that are born now. You think about your niece that's just been born, right? Your niece is going to grow up with all this technology. The technology's just got to get more sophisticated.
Considering the amazing shit that's coming out now, and knowing some of the stunts my sister pulled, and it's the same one that I've told you about before.
I mean, I can remember the record players. My grandmother had a huge record player. I mean, it was massive. I mean, it was massive, right? And it said there was a radio. And I turned the back off it one day because it stopped working, and it had big valves in it, right? Look at technology now. Phones, the computing power of a mobile phone. Right?
More power than it took to put a man on the moon.
Exactly. You think about it when your new niece is, say, 40, what the technology will look like.
Screw that. The way things are going lately, when she's 5 and just barely getting into school, look at how technology is probably going to be.
But, I mean, come on, it's going to be 40 years' time, I'll be 82. Oh, dear. You know? You'll only be what, 50, 60, 66? 67. You'll be a young thing. You'll still be a sprite. Get what I mean? I do think eventually technology is going to be able to get into the dream world. And you're going to be able to like share dreams.
That's going to be the concerning thing. A lot of people are concerned. Let's face it. We've all had dreams where we're having a romantic night with our favorite celebrities. Things get sexual. People are concerned about if the technology to convert mental images into a digital format becomes available, and you can share it like videos, that's going to cause some real chaos. Because where do privacy laws lie in that? It's all made up in someone's head, but that's someone's likeness.
And so basically, you can live that person's dream.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. How many people, Mr. GTA 6 obsessed over here?
Okay, I'm going to need to buy a new console.
Like you heard about the Florida Joker that's complaining about GTA?
Because he has tattoos.
Because he believed that Rockstar parodied him.
Yeah, I heard about that.
He's trying to say that demands $2 million from Rockstar because they took him for his likeness.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to say this. The games industry is getting out of control. I mean, I'm going to say GTA 6 won't even run in the new Xbox One. And the new Xbox Series X, it'll no run that. You'll have to buy the one up for it. Will it run? It'll sound like a Dyson Hoover when the fans.
I'd be more concerned about how the Rockstar CEO is saying that for games like that, how much work gets put into it. You should pay by the hour.
See, I heard that day. I mean, side note for 2 seconds. I mean, you're buying a console at what, $400? Then you're paying a game. It could be $150. Then you're going to have to pay like $5 an hour to play it.
At least 70 is the lowest I've ever heard as a price quote.
Fair. I don't know.
And when you take into consideration possible DLC and all that fun shit, yeah, it could get up to 100, kind of like what they do with Mortal Kombat games.
Can you imagine it though if you had a brain chip implant and you could go to sleep, and in the dream world we could meet up and I'll say, I'm going to dream in your dreams and you dream my dreams.
You talking like the show Upload that's on Amazon?
I have not watched it yet, but
they got something similar, but more like a digital afterlife.
But that's just scary, isn't it? I think one day, I do think they need to bring laws in so they can.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The main issue when it comes to the laws that try to govern this stuff, the technology is moving several times faster than lawmakers ever can. Several times faster than they can roll out of bed.
It is scary, right?
It is.
Can you imagine having dreams? Let's take Pete, for instance. Pete in the chat there. I bet he's some really weird dreams, right? With all the stuff, the knowledge that he knows, right? For all the knowledge that he has in his head about Smelly Dog and about all the strange creatures, I bet he's had some wild dreams, right? Can you imagine experiencing them? Can you imagine experiencing getting chased through the woods with Bigfoot, glowing red eyes and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I ken folk that have been traumatized with some dreams. I ken folk that had repeating dreams. And the same thing happened and happened and happened and happened and happened for years. And it was actually somebody I know that was a paranormal investigator, and they were talking to a priest that was doing like an exorcism on them. And they had this recurring dream that there was a demon after them. Can you imagine experiencing something like that?
Yeah, I can actually.
Well, obviously you can, because you've experienced stuff like that. But for like folk in the chat in there that's never really experienced anything like that, take Alan for instance. Yeah, I mean,
when you think about it, technically anything you could transfer memories and dreams and personalities through DNA.
Yeah.
Significant enough blood donation, organ transplants. There's been cases where murders have been solved because the person who received the organ of the murdered individual started having recurring dreams of the night that person was killed.
I find that interesting.
I mean, think about it. We can already do that with possibly through DNA connections. I mean, you have twins who can feel each other out. Significant others who've been together for a long time, seem to read each other's minds.
That's right. How twins
even have shared dream examples.
How twins knows when, even if the one twins that maybe across the other, one lives in New York and one lives in San Francisco, one of them knows if one of them's no well.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll never know until we experience it ourselves. I hope to God that any technology that they make in this field goes totally wrong and doesn't work. It could start playful at the start and stuff like that, but I ken people that have had horrific dreams. I ken folk that were in Iraq. They were in the army.
Mm-hmm.
And they seen their friend standing in the IED. And all that was left was their head. They actually seen the person blow up. Right?
Yeah.
And still to this day, they have a recurring dream. And they try in the dream, they try and stop their pal because they care what's going to happen, but they can't.
Because they say when it comes to dreams like that, it's from a matter of personal guilt, wishing that they could have done something to stop it.
Aye, guy, because the guy that kens them was telling me that they say, oh, in my dreams I try and stop them, I shout their name out, but I can't get anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just a dream. It's just replaying back that terror, that trauma.
It's
you think about this. You think about World War II and some of the tank drivers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where shells would come in and explode the person sitting next to them. And all it'd be left would be a pair of boots, and everything would be splattered up the inside. Can you imagine how bad something like that is? Folk in the chat and folk in real life don't know what war does to like soldiers and stuff like that. That's why I look at them when they come home, they're homeless. Because they can't function in society because of what they've witnessed.
They can't function in a society. Their loved ones get intimidated by what's going on. No, their loved ones just flat out leave them because they get scared. They say those dreams like that, they're supposed to be a way of the subconscious mind trying to force you to confront the fact that you were helpless.
Yeah. Or it's like people that I've seen people drown in lakes.
Mm-hmm.
And they fell through the ice. And that person's maybe 6 years old. And the person that's fell through the ice is an adult. But they can't do nothing. They can scream, they can shout, but they can't save you.
Mm-hmm.
We should really try and get I don't know if it's possible of getting a dream psychologist to come on one night and talk about this kind of thing. Psychology. Where people have...
It's a complex topic.
Yeah. Where people have experienced horrific. I was told one once it was somebody that knew the person. Now, I don't know where they go to. I don't know how they go to. They were in the army, the British Army. And this was during 1944, 1945, the end of the war. And they'd met a survivor of the Jews. And they got to ken them actually. They were pals. They'd known until that long ago and they passed away. And she told them the story about how they came off the train. And then they were told to go for a shower. Some were told to go to that bloke. And some were told to go to that bloke.
Mm-hmm.
And they all piled in. But she actually got a shower. It was actually a shower. It was water coming out. But see the other bloke? It was gas. And in her dream, it's no water that comes out, it's gas that comes out. Imagine having that every single night of your life, every time you go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, every time.
Here's another for instance. Like I said, there seems to be a connection when it comes to psychology and DNA. It's well established.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of World War II, they say we can inherit our grandfather's trauma.
That's right.
Think about all these little kids that are having night terrors of this kind of stuff. They have no clue where they saw it. They've never seen a war film. They've never had anything bad happen to them in their life. Yet they're having dreams of people dying.
See, I've thought about that. I mean, there is obviously reincarnation could play a part in that, because there has been kids that have turned around and says, "Oh, they know the plane. They've been maybe like 3 years old. They've just been can talk, and they've pointed at an airplane. They've went, oh, that's a such and such, and the engines are such and such, and they can't everything about it." And the mother and father sitting there thinking, really? And they've taken it to museums where they've been sitting and they can't everything about them. Everything. How to control them, how to open doors, how to do everything about them. And then they've asked them and they've went, oh, I flew one in the war and I crashed into the sea and then I woke up here.
I know. It was such a recurring phenomenon that Carl Sagan even took an interest, saying that it's something that needed to be studied further.
Yeah.
Because, well, more recently, they're starting to say that everybody who lost their lives because of the 9/11 terrorist attacks has started coming back.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's not just they know certain details about, you say, like, maybe it's a job they had in their personal life. They're able to ID loved ones. They're able to tell, secrets of their families in the past life that they should have no way of knowing. There's just too much there to really deny the possibility.
Well, look at the ones where people have seen things in their dreams and it's came true.
Yeah.
Look at people that have seen planes crashing, and they've thought to themselves, what the hell's going on? There was a case in America. I can't remember the guy's name. I'm trying to think about it because it popped in my head about half an hour ago. There was a case in America where the guy seen something happening. It was a plane crash. It was an airliner. This is in the early 80s, 90s, and it actually happened. And he says he can remember seeing them all getting on. He can remember in the dream he seen them all getting on the plane. And then he woke up in the morning. He turned the TV news on, and the plane had crashed. And he kept having this dream hour and hour again. And one morning he did wake up in real life, and he turned on the TV, and it happened. The plane had crashed. It was taking off, the engines failed or something, and it crashed. I can't remember what airline it was. It was in the early 80s, I'm sure it was. It was in the United States. But what's that Rev says there? DNA has memory, and we have our ancestors' DNA, so of course we can feel their experiences. We are here to heal and clear their trauma and ours. Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean,
that's one thing that we could probably leave the show off on, is that, we have a lot of people who are purposely sneaking around on their loved ones, people taking care of kids that are not biologically theirs because they don't realize their partner was having an affair and all this. DNA cannot lie. And more often than not, because of these lies, someone gets hurt because they don't know better about what's going on. Yeah. And you don't know how to fix a problem until you know where the hell it came from in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. What's that there for Son of the Naked Bigfoot? Yes, indeed we do. Share the good news. See if I'll probably get, my phone's got to be banging away all night.
Yeah.
With mad, crazy things, So thank you everybody for coming, and remember, check. Are you getting any videos this week, Dakota?
We'll see.
We'll see. I don't think I'll be doing one this week. I don't know. Probably maybe do a video somewhere, but we'll see what happens. But catch you all later, dudes, and thank you everybody for coming.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe anywhere you see Bald and Bonkers for even more insanity. Be sure to spread the love to the Bald and Bonkers boys' other endeavors. And a special thank you to our audience, guests, and everyone else who helps make this crazy ride happen. Amazing things are ahead. Learn more by visiting www.baldandbonkers.net. See you next time. Much love and take care.